Matt's opinion. Matt, what do you have to say about it? Oh, hey, there's Sam.
Sam Hyde. Hey.
Sam Hyde, man, yeah.
What?
Thank you for coming
Holy
on.
shit.
I'm sorry. Everybody, I'm sorry. I sent Sam Hyde the link here and asked him
Is
to
this
come
real
on.
life?
Yeah, Sam is my fucking hero. He's the fucking funniest guy. He's the voice of our generation.
I agree.
Oh my God.
Everybody, I fucking love you, Sam. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Holy shit, I emailed you.
We're raising money, Sam. We're raising money for charity for kids' cancer, but only good kids. Only good kids. Not the bad.
I'm fine with this operation, whatever you got to do. But listen, if any of these kids, I want you to find out if any of these cancer kids have been posting negative comments on my videos.
Yeah.
Liking the videos. They die. Their lives end. It's all good. Holy, not just. I got no problem with the ones that didn't comment. I don't care. If they're not paying $5 a month to support me on Gumroad, that's fine. That's their prerogative. But if
Where would they
have
be paying
negative
that?
comments, they gotta go.
Where would they be paying it on Gumroad? Where would they be paying it on Gumroad?
I don't know. I think they'd have to search for Gumroad Hide Wars to find it. Now listen, those kids, I want the ones that do subscribe. If there's anyone's on my mailing list, I want them to get a little bit of extra of the medication, whatever you're doing, okay? Look them up. Whatever you're gonna do, I don't know.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
This is
I don't know what this is, bro.
I mean, I can understand you're out of the loop after they canceled your program and stuff.
I'm way out of the loop. You have no idea.
Hey, Sam, Sam, fucking thank you for calling in, man. This is
Thank you very much. I actually emailed you about man.
Look, we raised $22,000 for St. Jude's or something tonight. Fucking thanks for calling in.
Actually, it's $23,294.04.
And we're singing about Moon Man and Ramrod Ranch or some shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam, do you know any songs about gay cowboys to raise charity for kids?
Listen, if I got into my gay cowboy songbook, I think it would be a long night. I don't want to get started. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back to it. But Dick, I love you, man. You're the best.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys.
Wait, Sam Hyde. I
What's
hate
up?
Jews. I am Monday mad and I hate the Jews. Remember, I am Monday mad and I hate the Jews. I hate the
Join up
blacks.
with me, man. You gotta join up with the military strike force. All right, Dick. Take it easy, man. Love you, big time.
Have a good one.
All right, so that's Mr. Sam Hyde, the alt-right comedian. I've covered him on this channel before, and he showed up on Ethan Ralph's Heel Stream, which was a fundraiser he held on his debate channel, discussion channel about, mostly white nationalism. And I went through the torture of, sorting through. It was roughly 6.5 hours worth of stream to see exactly what was said before I make my criticism here. This thing with Nazis and charity, Nazi organizations always try to create a sense of benevolence. And again, we're not talking specifically about, the Ralph Retort is a Nazi organization, but the predominance of guests on the Ralph Retort are white nationalists. The predominance of guests on this Heel Stream, this charity fundraising event, were white nationalists, and they were engaged in open Holocaust denial, amongst other things. And, most of the stream was just people either making anti-Semitic jokes or making, straight-faced Holocaust denial. So, I'm going to connect that to other groups of white nationalists using charity as a tactic. Golden Dawn has participated in clothing drives and has opened up free clinics and all this other stuff, soup kitchens, all that stuff. So, you know, Identity Europa has served soup to homeless people, but made sure the soup had ham in it so that the Muslim homeless people couldn't partake. This is an old scam. And I pointed out to this that, you know, oh, it's, you know, they were raising money for St. Jude's, a charity for children's cancer research and care. The point of this is to put them beyond reproach, so that they can do their thing. In this case, you know, engage in anti-Semitism and xenophobia and racism on their program. And the guests that came on, you know, they didn't donate their own money. They came on as entertainers, spread their white nationalist propaganda, while the audience contributed because they wanted to see their favorite Holocaust denier, you know, excuse the deaths of millions of Jewish children in the 1940s for the sake of American children tomorrow. You know, these people coming on this program, from Sam Hyde to Mark Collette to Atheism is Unstoppable and all the rest of the people that showed up here for Cancer Kids, because that's the big thing. You know, when I called this stuff out, I must have gotten fucking 500 tweets from white nationalists and their sympathizers talking about, why do you hate cancer kids? Bronx, you hate cancer kids. Bronx, do you want little kids to die of cancer? So I you know, after the fucking 200th time, I started trolling them, you know, and saying, oh, well, you know, cancer kids who die to fight the Nazis live forever and stuff like that. So, you know, I started to get tired, so I would just quote tweet them, say something sarcastic, and then block them. You know, and it was like an automated talking point. Bronx, you criticizing these people, what's the big deal if the money comes from Nazis? Yes, it's a big deal if money comes from Nazis. Yes, it's a big deal if homeless people get soup from Nazis. Yes, it's a big deal if your grandma gets her blood pressure checked by Nazis. Yes, yes, yes. It doesn't redeem the Nazi, and it makes you I don't even look, man. I don't even endorse, for example, Narcanon is a drug rehabilitation program that I don't endorse because of its connections to Scientology. That's indoctrination stuff. That doesn't exonerate Scientology. The fucking Catholic Church, one of the most corrupt, disgusting, pedophile-ridden organizations in the world, does all kinds of things like hospitals and schools for charity. And that doesn't excuse the unethical conduct of the Catholic Church. So how does this heel stream excuse the alt-right at large? How does this show that the alt-right cares? Because that's supposed to be the premise here, right? The premise here is, you know, you've heard all this stuff about us being Nazis and saw all these videos of us marching with tiki torches and talking about annihilating Jews, but now watch me talk about annihilating Jews while we donate money to children's cancer. Don't you dare criticize what I'm saying, because it's being done for a good reason, towards a good cause. And now all the, you know, because I keep my ear to the ground with this stuff, all the other Nazis now watched the number one, they kept on touching on this. They kept touching on this, and I'll tell you what it is. They kept on coming back to, we were number one in trending. We were number one in trending. And the point of that is to spread this message, to get the substance of what their panelists were saying to the mainstream audience, to get into live recommendations that are not, to basically politicize live recommendations under the guise of being a charity event. You know what I mean? To attract new viewers and to increase their numbers by under the guise of, well, you know, this isn't This isn't white nationalist propaganda. No, no, no. This is a stream for charity. This is philanthropy. And if you look at the donations, a lot of these donations were like $500, but there would be a series of them that were exactly 500, and I've seen that before. You know, that could be alt-right money laundering through the super chats, which I've suspected for a long time. And if you think that people can't launder money when it's going directly to a charity, because YouTube for Good or whatever it's called, you know, they donate the $500, it goes straight to St. Jude's. It doesn't go to the panel holder, the platform holder. It doesn't go to Ethan Ralph. But remember that people who donate to charity often get to write it off. So if these alt-righters are looking to wash their money, you know, and you know, get some kind of kickback, they donate to charity, and they, you know, within a certain number that they can write off, and then, you know, they get that money back. But now it's been cleaned through this, you know, oh well, you know, look at how much money I donated to charity when they really did it for the taxpayer. This is an old money trick. You know what I mean? So I said something to the effect of that St. Jude's should give the money back. This money is already going to St. Jude's. The money from this stream is already going to St. Jude's, and the way that it's structured, they can't give it back. But I will give you an example of where I would really be concerned about the money going to the charity and the charity not giving it back. Richard Spencer is a more than well-to-do individual, and if he made a big show out of giving a check to St. Jude's, I would say to St. Jude's, give that money back. Because what's happening here is not charity. What's happening is, this is white nationalism, whether it's the heel stream, or meaning the guests on the heel stream, or Richard Spencer himself giving a big old goddamn paper check to St. Jude's. This is white nationalism buying good press. It's transactional. It's not charity. It's not benevolence. It's business. It's advertising. You could say that about, you know, certain acts of charity by corporations and all that stuff. But, you know, we're talking about Nazis. We're talking about Nazis getting good guy points for putting a little bit of money here and there towards things that are less atrocious than what they're going to do when they take power with these good guy points, when they renew these good guy points for political status and the access to the monopoly of violence and access to the military. Because again, this isn't in a vacuum. They want to win. They want to win. They're not going to give a shit about kids with cancer when their ideas have political power and have the force of violence behind them.